time at Dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video, making yourself a priority. I am Denise. I dish everything healthy lifestyle, weight loss, fabulous recipes, light and delicious, and friendship here on this channel. And today is Wednesday, and today has been dubbed Dish with D's Wednesday Wisdom for Weight Loss. But from one of my lovelies, so I like it. I think it kind of goes. Wednesday Wisdom. It's not my topic. I mean, it's my topic. It's not WW's. I do that topic on Saturday when I go for my weekly weigh-in at my location in Turnersville, New Jersey. I'm standing up because I thought it's sunny out here, and if I stand, maybe I won't talk so long. Sometimes I talk too long and I feel like this is really long. But I wanted to do this video today, and I talk about this all the time, but it deserves its own video, I think. And I feel like, I mean, you can see the air in the area. You watch YouTube, you know people, you see comments in Facebook groups about counting calories versus tracking points. And you know, I've tracked my calories, not for very long. And what I will say is, I think this plan, this algorithm is causing people a little distress. Do I agree with a lot of things? You know, I've not minced words with this program. You know, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's easier to blame the plan than it is to blame yourself. I feel like I'm doing the same things I've always done, so that's why I kind of look at the plan for that. But what I will say is, WW personal points is giving us points for vegetables, water. I mean 1 point for water a day. It's not going to break anybody's bank, but I mean you can earn a significant amount of points for vegetables. I mean, my big ass salad alone, I could probably get 5 or 6 points. So I mean, right there. And now they're encouraging us to use, or we're absolutely given permission to use our activity points, which used to be called fit points back on the older plans. And now I've been on plans, the last 5 plans, and we were never allowed to use our fit points. I was always told, unless you're training for a marathon, you should not eat those points. And that's what the word always was. Now, with this new plan, they're encouraging us to eat our activity points that are put into our weekly bank. So to me, that this kind of, when you think about it, like, now they're encouraging us to eat these points, and people are complaining that they're under eating. I'm not eating enough based on calories versus points. So maybe, just maybe, we should be dipping into those weeklies, because maybe they realize, without saying it, maybe they should have said it when they made it a little bit easier for us to understand. Like, come out and say, hey, you know what? Based on these, you know, because let's face it, you pick enough 0-point foods, you're not getting a lot of dailies. You're not. And here's the thing. If you don't eat those foods every day, like for me, example, fish. I have fish once a week. Why would I count it as a 0-point food? Because if you put fish back and forth in, you would see, I think you get like 2 points extra a day. 1 or 2, I'm not even sure. But that's a significant amount when I'm not eating it, that I'm losing. So, I mean, unless you're eating something at least 3 to 4 times a week, you really shouldn't have it as a 0-point food, because you're taking away daily points. So if you're having fish and you have it once a week and you're missing those points and you're only eating your dailies, you're not going to eat enough. You're not. So what I encourage you is to take the assessment, and only thing that I have 0-point foods right now currently is chicken, turkey, non-factory yogurt, and eggs. Because that is the only vegetables and fruit. Fruit I waver back and forth with, because I'm trying to eat more fruit. I just don't. I'm trying, because I want it as a 0-point food. So I'm trying to incorporate grapes, maybe an apple, a banana, trying to have one at least every day. It's difficult. It is, because I'm not a big fruit lover, but I think it's good for my body. But that is it, because I don't eat any of those. Rice, potatoes. I'm not gonna have potatoes. Maybe on the outskirts twice a week. Rice once a week. Pasta maybe once a week. So why would I put it as a 0-point food to lose it? Even though I probably should have avocado. I probably have avocado more than anything. That would probably be one of the things I would choose. I don't do oats, because I could do oats several days a week, but I don't think for my body at this point of my life. I feel like, being that I'm postmenopausal, I feel like I am carbs are not my friend. I am not doing low carb, but I feel like I should be very conscious of my carbs. I try to keep it around 100 to 115 a day. Not anymore. I don't try to have low carb because, girls and boys, I love my bread, so that doesn't really work out for me. But I feel like having oats more than twice a week is just not the best idea. And sometimes I make oat bars or oat balls, so I throw them in there. So I'm trying not to have overnight oats as much as I would love to, or oat bakes as much as I would love to. Like the oat bakes I made in last week's meal prep, which I will link. I have maybe half of that. You definitely could have half of those bakes for a snack. They would be absolutely fabulous. So don't ever think because it's a cute little mini loaf you have to eat the whole thing. You could always eat half. So what I want to say is, some people who are complaining that they're not eating enough, how many weekly points are they actually eating? I would venture to put myself on the line and say probably none, or a few. Because let's face it, I work out minimally. I do a Leslie Sansone video 5 days a week. I get between 5, other than my other activities like walking the dog and doing the housework and just, I get between 5 and 9 points depending on how hard I do work out. I've gotten 9 points one day, I've gotten 7, I've gotten 6. So let's just say between 5 and 7 is a general good number every day. So we'll just say 5. 5 times 7 is 35 weekly points that I get. I already get 20 or 22, I think. So that's close to 35, that's close to over 55 weekly points that I should be eating. And that's just doing minimal. There are people out there working out way harder than I am. And what are they getting as daily points into their bank? And they're not eating enough. Guarantee you need to eat. So I just want to run that home. Don't be like jumping on the calorie bandwagon just yet. You really should eat dip into those weeklies. I try to go over my dailies, like the blue dot thing, which I had a whole video on. I don't, like the whole under thing makes no sense to me. But if I try to go into at least 28 weeklies. I get 23. I try to go at least 28 a day to reach more of a caloric goal. Now, like I said, a lot of the people who are on that bandwagon, I guarantee you probably aren't eating enough caloric-wise. I mean, point-wise. You can't tell me that you're finishing those weekly points and you're still under calories. I just don't believe it. I don't. But again, what would you eat those weeklies with? Go to higher fat dairy. Go to higher fat cheeses. Go to a Dave's Killer bread instead of the light bread once in a while. Like, I like making my French toast. What's going on back there, isn't there? I like to make my French toast with the 647 bread, but when I'm having avocado toast, you better believe it's Dave's Killer bread or Ezekiel bread, because I want a nice, dense, filling, delicious bread. And I have the points for it. So why would I not do that? I wouldn't. You would definitely have it. And like higher fat dairies and cheeses are definitely a few of the things. Maybe have that little half extra portion of pasta. Instead of having a cup, have a cup and a half once in a while. It's like you're having it every day. Fit in a snack. There's beautiful rice cakes and nut butters that everybody's eating. It's not that tragic. When you think about it, it's 2 points for a rice cake. It's 50 calories. That's not going to make or break anybody's bank. So you have to think about it. Sometimes this algorithm messes with us, and I think this whole plan has messed with our heads, me included. I put myself right in there. I've said it in my live last night. I really feel that I overthink everything, especially when I went back into weight loss mode. When I went back into weight loss mode, January of last year, 2021, I wanted to lose 10 pounds. Well, that never happened. I've steadily gained. Why? Because I think I forgot how to lose weight. I've done it for so long. I went in maintenance mode after I hit goal and was losing weight, and I had 8 maintenance points I was using. So why did there's no rhyme or reason why I was doing what I was doing. But we are going to keep fighting the fight and figuring this out, because people would say, well, why figure it out, Dee? Just go to calorie counting. Why are you sitting there? Because here's the scary situation I'm going to enlighten you with. Dee won't calorie count. I may do it for a week, maybe 2, 3 at the most. It is so daunting to me. Yes, there's apps that make it easier. Yes, you can scan, but on the whole, you really got to input everything. And I am not that to doing that. And I know that. I know that about myself. That's why Weight Watchers worked for me, because it was simplified. I'm a simple girl. It's simplified. It's easy. I will do easy things. You put something like that on me, I'll do it for a while, and then I'll just be like, no. I'm like a kid. I just shut down. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. I know that's what's going to happen because I know me. And you know yourself better than anybody. So yes, that is why people say, why do you stick with it? You know, I do. I complain all the time about the blue plan. I do. But what I will say is I have I just went back to basics in the last week of just what I used to eat, what I used to do, what I used to like to do. I'm stopped trying to not overthink everything and just go and do what I used to do. And what I was always doing. Like, why did that change? I don't know. Did I think I knew more than I did? Maybe. You know, I'm a work in progress. Like I said, this is just my opinion here. This is not anything I've read, or it's just watching, you know, I always tell people, I'm on the ground floor. I listen. I look at comments. I belong to a bazillion Facebook groups. I listen to what people are saying, and I watch YouTube videos. You see what people are saying, yada, 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 and how the masses are. And everybody's going to counting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with counting macros if that's what you want to do. But remember, what you do to lose the weight, you're going to have to do to maintain it. So if you're going to count macros now, you're always going to have to count macros. You want to count calories now, you're always going to have to count calories. Lose it like you're going to live it. You can't eat a certain number to lose weight and then forget about it once you're there, because if you don't keep up with that certain number, it all goes to hell in a handbasket. So that is why I try to keep things basic, because things that I can change, like I could live with, like that number of carbohydrates. I mean, I can go to 50. I've done it. But can I sustain 50? I couldn't. So why do that to lose weight when you can't maintain that? And here's the thing, you go back to 100, you're going to gain weight. So you have to keep it at a livable number. I mean, like protein goals are great, carbohydrate goals are great, fat goals are great, but just remember, keep them basic. Keep them something that you could live with, because it's a long life we have to figure. That was a lanternfly. Saw that live. I'm keeping that in. So yeah, so definitely be very mindful when you eat. And like I said, eating these extra points, I'm going to put this out there. I'm not telling you to go eat dessert every night. Oh, Dee says I got to eat some weeklies. Grab me that apple pie. No, I'm not saying that. You should never have dessert every night. A few nights a week, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I have plenty of mug cakes and little loaf cakes on my channel. There's no reason why you can't have a couple of them a week. But we're just talking about keeping the food good and nutritious, and some good nutritious food is higher in points, maybe not in calories, but it is in points because of the algorithms. Always remember that sometimes points and calories are never created equal. Look at something, it may be 5 points but 90 calories. Would that mean you don't eat it? No, of course you would eat it. It's 90 calories. Don't be crazy. Like, I mean, you get stuck with that. Oh my God. So if you're eating something that's 5 points and 90 calories, and you take that out of your day and you've reached your point thing, and you're done eating for the day because you're out of points. Now, if you're still hungry and you've only had something that was 90 calories and 5 points, you definitely could eat some of those weeklies. So I highly encourage you to do that. And if you ever want to chat with me, you know where my email is. You friend me on Facebook. We can have definite conversations. You know, I started a nutrition course, and that's one of the things that you learn first off is you have to be consistent. You can't do something for 5 minutes and then think it's going to work the rest. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be consistent with your journey. That's why it's a journey. You learn a lot about yourself. So what I'm here to tell you is dip into those weekly points every day for good, nutritious foods. There's nothing wrong with weekly points. I feel like we were so ingrained not to eat them that we think that they're taboo. So if you're not eating enough and you're leaving points on the board, therein lies the problem, not points and calories. It's you're leaving those points, those weekly points on that board, and you're the one that's denying yourself those foods. And I do blame the plan. I do blame the company for not stressing that. There's a lot they don't stress. They don't stress about portions. They don't stress about weighing and measuring 0-point foods. They don't, you know what I'm saying? That should be stressed. You're giving somebody with a problem with food a free food. And no, it's not free, it's zero. It's free. Zero to us is free. You know, you can't sit there and mosh words. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's free. So a person with a large amount of weight is given free rice. Hey, I'm going to have it 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Why not? The plan, nobody tells me not to. Eggs, 0. I'm going to have a dozen eggs for breakfast. Nobody tells me not to. You definitely have to keep to portions. You go to every food. They don't tell you this a lot. You go to every food, every 0 point food, you go to eggs. A serving is 2 eggs, not 4. 2. You go to yogurt. A serving, I think, is 3/4 of a cup, not the whole container. So you definitely have to be mindful of portions for your 0 point foods. They're not a free-for-all. They're not an all-day buffet. I wish they were. I wish that would be fabulous if they were, but they're not. And I really feel that they don't stress that enough, Weight Watchers. That I don't know if it's I don't know. That's why I probably why they didn't want me, because I'd have been like, but hey, I'm here to help you as any way I can. But that's my little 2 cents for today about get into those weeklies with really good food. Food is fabulous. Food is life. We need food to sustain our bodies. Don't fear food. Our goal for this journey is to have a better relationship with food, not to fear it, not to be like, oh my God, I'm not going to eat that. I can't eat that. I won't eat that. That's just, no food is inherently bad. We have to stick to portions and serving sizes and limit ourselves. It's just how life is. And some people can do it really good and some people can't. So it takes, here I am. How many years have I been on planet? And I still kind of mess up. I do. I'm not perfect. I never said I was. But I just try to share what I've learned. So know that your goal is to have a better relationship with food. Food is not the enemy. Food didn't make us big. We made ourselves big. We ate too much. It wasn't jumping in our mouth. We put it in our mouth. And always remember that. Food is not the enemy. And I feel some food gets a bad rap sometimes. But, it's all about discipline and self-control. There are 2 big things I talk about all the time. Discipline. We have to discipline ourselves. Controlled eating. I try to control myself. If I can't, I tell that my boys and my husband, I can't have this around me because I'm going to overeat it. And they'll watch me. And when I have them looking at me, I'm a lot better at it. So if I can get here, you can get here. So like I said, if you need help, you know where my email is, dishwithdee.com@yahoo.com. Think about that one. And you can email me, message me. I have people message me all the time. It's not a problem. And I'm going to head on out because I have a crying dog over here who wants to go in the house. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope something about this resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this one. I'd love to hear it. Remember, this is just my opinion. I don't work for anybody but myself. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know with a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can sit there and tell me. I don't care. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, join our community. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here. We are going to tackle weight loss 1 pound at a time. So if you haven't subscribed yet, join us. We'd love to have you. We also have a fabulous Facebook group, Dish with Dee's Crew. Everything is linked down below. All my social media profiles, my Amazon store, anything that I have to do with, it's all linked down below. My website, dishwithdee.com, has all my recipes. So go check them out. There's some fabulous stuff there. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon, and we will dish another day. Bye-bye.